Hello and welcome to A Link to the Past Randomizer No Logic Summer Tournament 2022. I'm Chex Human and I'm joined by Haiku Type. Hello, Haiku.
Hello. Looks like the runners are off in the race room, so we should be starting here in a matter of seconds.
We have krelbel versus MrByer. Game 3. This has been a good matchup. So both runners are starting at Link's house. Heart container.
Yep, so we are listening to the Tunic soundtrack on krelbel's side. MrByer, if he gets ahead, we will be listening to the Kirby and the Forgotten Lands MSU.
Right. And both runners starting out with an overworld glitch into a fake flipper to get to Hobo early. Very well synced. Oh no, krelbel misses the fake flipper. That, good for a reset, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to jump in the right way there or you risk a hard lock.
Yeah, plus the risk begins with a long transition, and krelbel missed the window to pause and needed to reset to avoid that long transition. MrByer now going for a slope swim to start off, a familiar route in No Logic. Okay, so he misses the entrance, and that is okay because he can get out of that situation and teleport up into the cave.
Yeah, so getting into the entrance there is not quite free. You have to do it just right, and your sprite is a little offset from where you think it should be to get into the entrance there at the end of the swim.
Yeah, it is. The sprite seems a little bit long. And MrByer continues with a water walk. krelbel, meanwhile, going to Sazrala for the easy 3 closet checks. We have a green turtle rock today.
Yeah, so that means the 2 ice rods that we have in the pool will not be relevant today.
Right, this is a double rods mode. Oh, there's one of the ice rods already. Regardless, the double rods ensures that the seed is beatable, and it's a pretty fun way to play as well.
All right, we got the Quake medallion there in Sanctuary. Medallions are nice. We want the... If Meyer is a crystal, we would very much like to have the Meyer medallion.
Both runners going to Sanctuary, and we'll see where they go from here.
Yeah, typical route is to do something in Lost Woods, then head up the mountain. A bottle may send them to Kakariko.
Yeah, Byer goes for a clockwise route typically, and he may go for a lumberjack DMA after this. krelbel going counterclockwise, maybe going to Kakariko after. The hoarders have money today, so rupees ought not to be a problem. Let's hope. Both runners go for the heart container in the woods. Funny to have that high five here.
So I don't think we got a lumberjack check on krelbel's side. Often, though, players will skip this check entirely because they figure even if it's something there, they don't want to kill Aghanim 1. We have faster ways to kill Aghanim 1 than climbing the entire tower, but it is still a bit slow.
Yeah, not to mention krelbel has not learned another way other than Aga Tower, so he typically does not go for the check at all. All right, as expected, MrByer did a DMA from the lumberjack screen. It is already in Hera. Meanwhile, just some junk and some keys in Blind's hut. We'll check the back. Our uses a death warp to return to the entrance.
So that bug net on Spectacle Rock is of marginal potential value, so we'll see if Byer gets it. Looks like he's not going to get it, at least for now.
Right. One of our potential search index setting items. There's a fairy already in a bottle on krelbel's side. Krelbel throws it out. I appreciate that. And we have a big key. The big key to Ganna's Tower at the bottle vendor.
Yeah, so that's a cave state key. We will often see runners do escape early in the run to get the Hyrule Castle key, which is also a cave state key. Getting a cave state key early can push runners to avoid escape, or at least defer for a long time.
Right. Krelbel goes for a bottle, a red potion. And maybe he'll use that in desert, but we'll see. There's a lot of places red can be used. It's the all-purpose YBA color. And there is a sword in back of the tavern.
So I have never seen Krelbel do a tree warp. It seems like the kind of thing he would not do. I don't know about MrByer, but that would be a way to dupe that sword.
It would. Tree warp will refill the chests in a lobby of a cave or dungeon. It continues to a Houlihan, collecting rupees.
Yeah, this Graveyard Ledge play is a combo. Graveyard Ledge and Houlihan fills you up on bombs and money for whatever else you're going to do.
Hey, there's a second sword for Krelbel already on Desert Ledge.
Yeah, so Krelbel has generally said he's not... Doesn't really occur to him to do dupes, but that is also dupable relatively easily. I don't know if he got the race game item. If he did, that would make it a little less convenient to dupe, and once you pick it up, you cannot dupe it. As far as I know.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with that one. I have looked at that, but it was so long ago that I don't remember. But it can be pretty funny to, for example, use a YBA on the map wrap edge and cause risk hard lock, etc.
So Krelbel, we have had discussions in Discord about Krelbel's routing and the fact that his routing is, he has said his routing is distorted by his low success rate with YBAs as he drinks the potion there instead of YBAing.
Ooh. MrByer is having trouble with the first Moldorm. Okay, it's a high value pack, this Moldorm and Rupee pack. That's nice. Oh, another sword.
All right, so swords are not a problem in this seed.
Nice
And,
big keys as well.
Yeah, I think that was Turtle Rock and Hera there.
Yeah.
So MrByer, after game 2 maybe, was saying he's much happier having a sword early because MrByer is the quadrant glitch wizard in the community. He has been finding ways to use quadrant glitches, which require a sword. Well, mostly. I think you can actually do it with a hammer, but really practically require a sword. And he has been using them to find new, very valuable routes that we hadn't known before.
Yeah, it's been really fun to see and apply these glitches as well.
Right, so krelbel headed back to desert. Why? Did he? I haven't seen whether he bought a potion here.
We'll find out. MrByer, meanwhile, buying bomb upgrades. Bombs are so important and no logic. We already saw a door juke from MrByer to get to King's Tomb. We just used so many bombs.
Yeah, MrByer, I think it was in this series against krelbel, he bought 2 bomb upgrades, had 20, and then still managed to end up with 0 bombs later in the run.
krelbel does get the YBA. This is not a critical one to get, but it is going to help out krelbel's route. MrByer gets some information. It looked like, unless I already forgot, it looked like Crystal, Eastern, and Desert.
That's correct. So krelbel takes some damage on the spikes there, saying he's going to Death Warp once he bombs the attic floor here, and then he'll head to desert and go to the right side.
Yeah. One thing krelbel could do is bomb clip to the right, and get to the desert big key that way, because it's just one screen transition away. But it's not something I've really seen anyone do. It's just there.
All right, so we got a rare use of Quake.
Yeah, that was
a
fun.
Weapon in the second room of Aga Tower, really.
Yeah, that was great because it takes so long for Fighter Sword to deal with the double gold guards.
Yep. And then Byer got one of the castle tower keys in its vanilla location and had to think for a little bit about whether he really wanted to go to take that key and get the second item out of Aga Tower.
It's funny, I didn't see that item.
So we got a heart piece in the first chest on the right side, ruining krelbel's, and another heart piece, 2 heart pieces. So ruining his attempt to Death Warp afterwards.
So if Byer goes for the same trick, it'll basically be a coin flip whether he gets the refill as well. All right, krelbel may be returning to the desert area. MrByer.
He's gonna do something here.
Yeah.
So MrByer, that Ganon's tower key that is a cave state key was in Kakariko. MrByer has not yet been to Kakariko, so he's getting his cave state key out of Escape.
Oh, the mirror is here. Wow. And cave 45 for krelbel.
So otherwise, not much of interest there in Escape. So krelbel could skip Escape and save some time against MrByer there.
Yeah. Oftentimes we see runners go from Uncle Passage to Thieves Town. I wonder if that's on the table now.
Yeah, he would have to do that with a bomb juke, which is very difficult. In fact, a double bomb juke.
Yes. Big key to Eastern.
Oh, all right. So big key to Eastern. I think this is right. I think MrByer recently discovered a quadrant glitch method of skipping the bow in Eastern. So he could be tempted to leverage his newfound discovery.
I think that requires the cane.
That is correct. It does.
But I'd want the cane if I were MrByer.
Well, I mean, you'd always want the cane.
Exactly. Right, so krelbel is on Death Mountain now. We'll see how much of the mountain he goes for.
Looks like he is setting up the mirror portal to do Pyramid Ferry and then head to escape.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good route.
So he has to take a death here, or take a death eventually on the overworld. Because that's the only way to keep that porter there. You cannot keep it through save and quit.
Yeah, he may just run there.
Yep, may just walk there. May do the same moat clip Byer did to check Agate Tower.
I think it might be more likely that krelbel goes to Houlihan and then goes to Link's house, but I could be wrong.
That's what we're doing.
Good. Byer's continuing through Kakariko. We'll be buying a potion. He loses the fairy as well. Good. All right, here's krelbel's offset mirror portal. So now he's in Pyramid Ferry. Just a small key to Turtle Rock in here. We get a free something. A green potion, that's pretty nice. And krelbel will bunny walk to the ledge. Nothing there. All right, so escape time. krelbel's going for Uncle first.
So as we said, he could skip escape, save some time. There's nothing of real interest. I think just a MrByer small key was in there.
Right. Not too interesting. Thieves kept. I mean. Excuse me. Small keys are not especially valuable. They're just nice to have.
Some more than others.
Yeah, for sure.
So what krelbel could do here, what he could be thinking here is, he still wants items, so we'll get the items out of escape. He could death warp anyway, despite having the mirror, and that will give him a free shot at that YBA to Thieves. He could just reset if he fails.
Yeah, that's a good point. I always forget about that, but we do see runners secure a save point. Appreciate krelbel thinking ahead to use Ice Rod on the blue guard for a one-shot.
Yeah, so strangely, Ice Rod kills the blue guards, but not the green guards. So there's only one reason that Ice Rod can't be an escape item, and it is this green guard.
Right. Kind of frustrating. Alright, MrByer gets a YBA in Desert first try.
So MrByer is not taking damage to Death Warp.
We've got to carry Ice Guard. Good job, krelbel.
So let's see. Yeah, we have the Harrow Castle key from somewhere. I don't remember, but it was early, and I think both have it now. But krelbel is going to be able to use this to go to the back. Alright, so this is why MrByer wasn't taking damage. He is just going to clip back to Desert.
Right. Right. So MrByer came up with this and has been using it in the tournament. And that's one reason why I called it out as an idea before. So shout out to MrByer. But I do think clipping on the right side would be a little more time efficient, so that might be a thing he might look into.
Alright, so MrByer gonna get his heart pieces here and likely get a refill, ruining his attempt to Death Warp.
Right. Alright, heart piece number 1. Safe. Heart piece number 2. Safe.
Oh. He won the coin flip.
The thing is, MrByer somehow
Yeah, so this
is not getting hit by his bomb. Why does this happen, IQ type?
Listen, I am not the one to ask. So, meanwhile, we got a bee in a bottle out of the back of Escape there. krelbel going back in. This is probably Agate Tower then.
Yeah.
Alright, so Byer knows Hera is a crystal, but will not do it now. Interesting. So we're just gonna head to pod.
Okay. It's kind of too bad Byer doesn't have mirror, but that's all right. We'll see how this goes. He'll probably do most of this dungeon in cave state anyway.
So krelbel with the mirror. No hesitation on taking that key through the door to get the second item out of Agate Tower. This is something Byer will... This is an item MrByer is unlikely to ever get.
Yeah.
Ten arrows.
One thing we might see from MrByer's route is a play from pod to hookshot cave.
Might. I think there's no question.
All right. Might we see the double quadrant glitch?
No. Triple. Actually,
Triple.
you may need a potion for that one. And I'm not sure MrByer has one now.
I don't. Well, it could be a quadrant glitch only route. It is.
So there's a
potion
triple.
free.
Yeah, there's a triple quadrant glitch that adds in Ice Armos to this route.
Yes.
So that's what he wants to do, but I'm not sure he has the potion to do so.
We will see. Krelbel, meanwhile, goes to East Death Mountain.
Obligatory pod small in pod.
Always. Byer's collecting rupees in rupee basement. Small shield. Krelbel going for a small key. Gets the dash onto the island. Yeah, just a dark ballast key. It's very nice to have a sword in Spiral Cave.
Yeah, very generous swords this seed so far. I'm not going to have a problem with swords.
Right. I believe it was their previous one where they were pretty... Well, I don't know if it was the last one, but...
I think it was their first game 1 was a problem with swords.
Mm-hmm.
And then game 2 was a problem with everything except bottles
Mm-hmm.
and swords, which is unfortunate for Krelbel because, as we said, he is not pleased with his low success rate on YBAs. So MrByer probably reloading pod to head to Helmasaur. Yeah,
It appears so.
Yep.
He's setting up the statue drag glitch.
Yep. So this will be faster with the mirror that Krelbel has, and that mirror is gonna start to gain him time on MrByer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, so he's getting King's Tomb. But Krelbel made a mistake there.
I kind of missed what this was before. That's just a compass. Okay. Alright, so MrByer does still have statue drag state and will be unlocking the camera and pulling through transitions. And we'll be approaching Helma if all goes well. One more transition to go. And there we go. Byers is at the helmet fight. Krelbel also going to pod at this point.
So Byers takes a hit there, now needs to be a little careful. Can only afford to take one more hit.
Okay. Byers misses the first spin, but it's just 4 swings, so hopefully they can all be hit. Okay.
got a little tense there at the end.
Yeah. It is a pendant.
Very sad. After Moldorm, Helma is probably the most commonly killed boss in No Logic. Just because you can get there with very few items.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, you can get there with no items. Although you need something to damage Helmasaur. So Byers now likely doing the quadrant glitch. Well, at least the first one. We'll see how many more he does.
Yeah.
Alright, that That looked good to me. MrByer agrees, so he's going to continue forward.
The right side has a
interesting
bottle.
So as I said, I wasn't sure what he has in his bottle. He will be able to get that chest, so he could change his mind if he doesn't have a bottle already, and go back and do the triple quadrant glitch, because that bottle will get him where he wants to go.
Good alignment for pulling the mimics.
Right, so he's killing the enemies as though, yep, here we go. So we're going to do 2 quadrant glitches in this room. I'm not sure how that works, because I thought doing a second quadrant glitch corrected the first, but
yeah,
obviously not.
I think that's true, but
there we go.
I don't really know.
Actually, you know, yes,
deal.
okay. So the transition maybe. Alright, so I forgot there was a transition. Anyway, we are getting second quadrant glitch there. We'll see. Actually, will he be able to open that chest?
Yeah, so it seems like the first conveyor glitch bugs the camera north and south, and the second one unbugs it. But I'm not sure if I'm reducing it too much.
So here we go. Oh, he does not need a bottle for it. All right, so this just gets him behind Ice Armos. And we get to see the items. Nothing really interesting, though. I think he has to leave Hookshot Cave to get the bonkable item now. No, I guess not. Either way, he will leave afterwards anyway to go to Super Bunny Cave.
The Swamp Small Key is nice, but we typically approach Swamp from Hera and don't often really need that key.
Yeah, it'll save a couple seconds, because you can skip one of the keys.
Right.
MrByer walking out.
Yeah. Probably East Death Mountain. I don't know if he's been there yet.
I forget if he's in real or fake Dark World.
Yeah, it's fake Dark World.
Alright, fake. So yeah, just East Death Mountain now. Alright, so krelbel going the same way to Helmasaur now.
Love the patterning of fake Dark World in the Light World. The colors are pretty painterly, I would say. Yeah, krelbel, the mirror will speed things up here, like you said.
Yeah, well, fortunately missing it the first time did not speed things up. There we go, this looks good. First time did not look good. Wow, that's very conservative statue drag. Ooh, that was... I think that was okay. Almost looked like he didn't scroll the camera far enough.
To me, it almost looked like krelbel passed the switch in the second transition, but he was fine.
So let's see, the sword krelbel is missing in Mini Moldorm Cave. I don't think we've seen... Yeah, so our options are going to get sort of thin here kind of soon with no Moon Pearl. Not much you're going to want to do. So I think we'll see krelbel go to mini Moldum Cave and get that sword, third sword for him. Byer likely gonna clip off the mountain to go to potion shop for his to stock up for his next move.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Passage to Thieves Town seems most likely at this point. Although we have the Hera key, have not beaten Hera for some reason.
Good news is Byer now has Tempered Sword. I don't know if he had that the first time. And krelbel gets the pendant from Helma.
So Byer, is this what's in here? I don't think anything. Maybe this is one of the bottles. I forget. We're gonna find out though. So krelbel can just mirror and go to Eastern.
Right.
Oh, the all-important ice rod in the pendant turtle seed. That's what was in here.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, so krelbel somehow does not have the Eastern map. MrByer does, so he knows Eastern is a crystal.
Our runners will not be able to complete Eastern right now, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, they both have the Eastern big key, though, and therefore are likely to head to Meyer after getting what they want out of the Eastern. Byer skipping the cannonball chest. This says he's going to do yet another quadrant glitch to get the big key chest together with the cannonball chest later. Oh, so we've been assuming that Byer's quadrant glitch needs Samaria to do a West Samaria, but I think part of what the quadrant glitch he does accomplishes is sort of, it makes it a subtile West Samaria, and that may be, we may be able to do a YBA to achieve the same effect that does. We'll have to see, though. I'm not sure if that works. He did buy a blue potion, which was weird to me, so...
Oh, did MrByer get the cannonball chest yet? Or did
Yes, he did.
Okay. Gotcha.
We saw it on krelbel's side, and it was nothing, so I forget what it was.
Funny high five in the big key room. Does MrByer get the correction? Yes, he does. So he's synced with sprites, and that is what we want to see.
Right, so now krelbel backtracking to the Stolfos room, and we'll have to see if MrByer here is he? No, he's also backtracking, so he's going to Meyer too. No. Yes. No.
He does need to get this chest first. The cape. All right. So yeah, MrByer does continue to the Stolfos room. Now we'll see Meyer from MrByer. Yeah.
So.
Great to see both YBAs successful. Pretty neat to see the Eastern to Meyer route on both sides.
Yeah, so this is Meyer 2 with the camera in an unusual state. So all your muscle memory for doing it quickly in NMG fails you.
Yeah. runners simply picking up the chests in different orders. But MrByer is essentially following in Krelbel's footsteps pretty closely.
So let's see. Krelbel does not have the Hera big key yet. I think that was in Mini Moldorm Cave. So I believe he will end his route by clipping to Hera to open the big chest and big key door. Oh, that's actually convenient, I think. We got
that's
this dungeon key in Meyer.
Yep.
Oh, so we don't have fire. Interesting. So we can't do. We could. Oh boy. I forget what you can do to get the. You can, but I think you need Samaria, and you may only be able to get one chest. And I forget.
Yeah, each left side chest has its own YBA, I believe.
Yeah, so we're not going to Hera because. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so second we die in there, Krelbel will spend the key just to get to the. No. Where are we going?
Krelbel will continue to Hera. There's no problem with that.
Don't you need to move the wall?
That is to allow the bomb clip to work.
Oh, okay, so we can do the boot citrus.
Yeah.
All right.
Or whatever one frame clipping Krelbel wants to do. Yeah, the dash citrus still works. I was suspect of this originally, but the dash citrus still does work. MrByer, not gonna happen. He's going for it. Okay, he remembers.
Yeah, so there is a bomb clip in that room that usually works the way MrByer was doing it. However, you must have the wall moved first. So this alternate clip is what we're doing here.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, if you push Link along the diagonal of the diagonal walls in that room, you'll notice that Link moves slower.
All right, so Krelbel saving and quitting now that he's done with Hera. I think he thought for a second about going to Swamp, but we have no small keys. Using that Meyer key might have been a mistake. He might have wanted to take that to open Swamp. We'll see what Byer does. Yeah, Byer did not use this dungeon key, which was a Meyer key, now an Eastern key. Going to become a Swamp key, potentially. Yeah, so he has the big key, doesn't need to open the door, and indeed is going to head to Swamp.
Uh-huh. So Byer will get 2 extra checks out of this as well.
So we're opening Swamp up backwards with the key we found in Meyer. Krelbel is now in Hera's state. He'll get his crystal from Moldorm.
Krelbel's having a tough time getting the right angle.
Moldorm is not cooperating.
There we go.
So Byer does not get anything useful out of his extra checks, but he does get Swamp open.
Right.
And we're probably in fake Dark World, right? There we go, yeah. Byer
And
will
our
now
runners. Go ahead.
he'll buy some potions.
Yeah. Nice route for MrByer. We have not seen Moon Pearl yet. So, Mr. Krelbel. Krelbel is now a bunny. And what is next? Oh, nothing yet.
Whatever's next, it's being rethought. I think he wants a potion. I think we're gonna see a fake flute. No, we're gonna check the shovel.
Good idea.
So Byer may not have, I forget if he has the Hyrule Castle key. I guess we'll see in a second. Either way, he's not going to go through escape to get there. He's just going to swim through the wall. Ooh, I think he's failed. Yeah, he failed.
Looks like he'll go for it one more try, perhaps. Yeah, it's a tricky glitch. I'm not comfortable with it yet.
Yeah, so Krebel's going to do South Shore here. And he'll end up with his sword and Big Key at a mini Moldorm Cave, although that Big Key no longer really relevant. Although I guess he could open the Swamp Big Chest at some point with it.
Yeah. MrByer gets a new lineup. I can't detect whether he's higher or lower than before.
He's definitely higher than before, and this looks more correct, although I'm worried, but we'll see. Nope. So, fun fact, if you have Aga 1 defeated, this clip becomes much more difficult, because you have a bunch of ghosts in the way.
Oh, right.
But if you want to do it anyway, you can actually do it from the left, from the pond with the whirlpool to Flute 8.
You say so.
I watched Todso do it. I suggested the pond to the left after he got hit by ghosts several times.
Oh. Okay, now MrByer's a little bit higher. No longer aligned with the block that he is swimming across.
Yeah, Chad is suggesting he's doing the wrong inputs.
Uh-huh.
So, you can also, there's a version of this where you are actually higher than the grave when you jump down. But it looks like we're bailing on that trick for now.
Yeah. No need to get stuck here. All right, Krelbel, going for the water walk. Will we see Zora here?
Oh yeah, so I watched you, I think. All right, so we got crystals on the left. Crystals on the left. Skull, Thieves, and Mire. Yeah, so unfortunately I watched you get what we thought at the time might be a valuable Thieves Big Key from Zora, but it turned out might have actually hurt you. But we'll see the Zora item from Krelbel here. Free blues at the Waterfall Fairy, so Krelbel will get at least 2. Yeah, so MrByer in the meantime drank his blue potion to try to fake flute. Alright, so here's the Zora check. We feel a lot better after getting those free blues, 320 rupees worth.
Just a compass. MrByer gets the YBA to Thieves.
Alright, so coming here without the hammer means we're likely never to see that, I think... Alright, so that was Bombos in the maiden cell chest MrByer is showing us on his menu there. So now we have all 3 medallions.
Interesting. Okay, krelbel now is ready for a fake flute. Looks like it. Oh, he gets it.
So
MrByer, meanwhile, gets the stair glitch. Didn't get the inputs right. Or I didn't see whether he dashed.
Alright, so one player... Alright, so krelbel gets the same crystal information that Byer just got. Crystal's on the left. That means... What does that mean? That means ice and... It's down to ice and swamp for our last crystal. Okay, so krelbel's just gonna get Hype Cave on this trip.
Flippers and the cane.
Alright, so,
Very
and
small.
not irrelevant, that small key, because krelbel spent that Meyer key, krelbel will now be able to open Swamp with that Hera key. So, everything working out there in Hype Cave for krelbel. Oh, so we'll probably get our last crystal answer here from the bomb shop. Ice is the answer. Swamp, not a crystal. I'm not sure krelbel actually knows that. I'm not sure he knows... Not sure he knows the Light World crystals.
Well, here's the hammer. This is a hammer on top of a fire rod. Not to mention gold sword. So, nice Thieves sound.
Right, so was that fire rod elsewhere in Thieves, or was that
Fire
on Blind?
rod was on blind. It was a discolored rod due to LSD blind.
Yeah,
and
I thought I saw Ice Rod.
it simply looked like a blue rod, yeah. But since it was discolored, MrByer approved which rod it was.
Alright. We also saw a blue boomerang, not irrelevant there if we get a hook shot.
There is a chance that it was the invisible item, but I don't think so.
No, invisible item was definitely Bombos.
Oh, that was Bombos.
Yep.
Right.
Alright, so we're going to see another fake flute from krelbel here. He's going to be conservative. I think his failure mode is more often drinking the potion.
That's it.
That sword in Thieves Town, by the way, is dupable. If we want to go beyond Gold Sword.
Is it, though? I guess it is.
It's the big key chest.
So, MrByer does not have the mirror, but he can still check this one screen and fake Dark World.
Yeah, krelbel thought there about opening Thieves, wasn't sure whether he wanted to lose his ability to get Link State off the entrance to Thieves. Chose not to open it, so here we are.
krelbel is okay not taking the map.
Yeah, so that suggests he may have full crystal information. Looks like he's changing his mind about Thieves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just going to do overworld things. So probably, what's he gonna do? Get some overworld items, check the Meyer medallion, then probably do Thieves. Sounds like a plan to me. He does have Samaria. I don't know if he opened the Meyer big key door. Well, there's one rifle for Vitreous, so he definitely didn't do that. But he could, let's see. Don't know what's in his bottles, and this would be a double YBA that he's not comfortable with. So I don't think we're going to beat Meyer, even if we have them dying. Maybe we'll end in Meyer's shed.
That might be the play.
Alright, so that was a quick matchup. Alright, so Quake for Meyer. So no need for bombos.
Will krelbel go into Meyer? I don't think
Seems
so.
Unlikely, right? I
Yeah, I don't think
suppose
so.
he could and then die in the dun. I mean, he's got everything. Why would he go in?
Right.
Yeah, so not going in. Probably gonna finish in Meyer's shed and then, yeah, do thieves on a different trip. Byer, meanwhile, finally going to Cave 45 will get his mirror.
And krelbel has mirror out, so maybe doing something in desert. He's going into Meyer? Curious. So if so, then he could try the well, he could go to swamp.
Yeah, so
if not Vitreous.
Yeah, so there was we were talking about it in his earlier seed where he could have death warped and taken a shot at some YBAs. So this could be death warp, we'll take a shot at the YBAs and reset if we fail. So maybe he's doing that.
Yeah, that is convenient and required, thanks to Dungeon Bunny Revive. Well, I guess getting a save point is not required since you can continue and not save.
Alright, maybe we're not doing that.
Right.
Looks like we're maybe... He's going to Hera from here, right? I suppose he could go to Turtle Rock, but no, we're going to Hera.
Yeah.
Or
Mario
GT,
YBA to TR. Yeah, so krelbel has flippers. Maybe he'll do some checks. Oh, we have full graphical corruption. I forgot this was coming up. MrByer is going to Landmo. In fact, is at Landmo. Likely he'll collect the crystal. Yeah, we could be seeing some full front of swamp.
Okay, so we're just getting the Meyer crystal here.
Oh,
from Hera. This is perfectly
that's a good
sensible.
Idea. Yeah, for sure. And it looks like Landmo is down for MrByer.
Yep, I saw the crystal sparkles. That's a sword up pose.
And save and quit. krelbel fakes talking to the old man. Interesting. Okay, he's doing something else. Meanwhile, MrByer leaving Hera again.
Seems likely to fake flute somewhere. He is against the Ganon's Terror play, so seems unlikely we're going to see GT here.
Yeah, going to the left.
Right, we got a red boomerang. Yeah, got a red boomerang at some point on Byer's side.
Yeah,
side, I didn't. don't remember where that was.
Yeah, it didn't click when I saw it.
Alright, so Byer just clipping off the mountain, likely going to beat Skullwoods here.
I'll take a peek at the bumper ledge. Krelbel unlocks the key to the big chest just in case. Of course, it's a separate play, like you mentioned. We probably won't see the big chest opened.
Krelbel opening the Malmo door. So Byer died, I would think, yeah, this is just Death Warp 4 Link State in Skull. Does not have the Cane of Samaria from Hype Cave. I wonder, so he's got 2 bottles, 2 rods. We have a nice ice rod looking fire rod there on blind. Now he has a glove and a hammer to make ice nicer.
Yes,
So
that's true.
I don't know. I think feels like MrByer could beat the game with just the items he has.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Gets
I'm
the
not
tree
sure.
warp to the entrance.
So not sure. Yeah, still gonna go back for that chest. So I think MrByer could beat the game with what he has. I'd have to think about that for a minute. What I do to do all the things.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that thinking for me. I'm just gonna agree with you.
So he can't. So Eastern would be awful.
Oh yeah.
Because
that's right.
I'm not sure there's even a way with just 2 bottles. If you were able to dupe one, and I don't remember where the first one was in the back of Escape. And unfortunately, okay, so he could go there and get the bottle. So remember, he failed the swim to back of Escape. Now he has the glove, he could just walk there.
Right.
So that could be his way. So 3 bottles would be his way past Bo. Again, that would be awful, though.
Yeah.
Also, the Samarian Height Cave would be his way past the Bo in Eastern.
Oh. Yeah.
So 2 different possibilities. He could do a quadruple STC and pod to open the Eastern Big Key door. Nobody does that. So what's more likely is he will do the quadrant glitch he invented together with a West Samaria to delete some door. No, just break the camera.
Yeah.
Just breaks the camera to get the red Igor off screen.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Anyway, so MrByer not in go mode.
No.
Just yet.
No, it's a situation where he'll prioritize dungeons. So, not sure how likely Hype Cave is at this point. But it'll be soon.
Well, so he has the hammer. He doesn't like going to GT, but maybe with the hammer he goes there instead of Hype Cave.
Right. That's a good point. Alright, Mothula is down for Byer. It was a pretty kind moth.
Wrong cane. Alright, so Krelbel uses the mirror in the fake Dark World on the Thieves screen to get to the real Dark World, and he will follow MrByer into Skullwoods. Okay, so now MrByer, getting his third bottle out of the back of Escape, will technically be in go mode.
Yeah, I would. It's funny how recently I learned the triple YBA to Armos. I don't think it's that bad. It's just nailing 3 YBAs in a row that's difficult.
And I think you have to do it. You have to back out some number of pixels without backing out a total number of pixels, which is like 18. Do you remember the numbers?
I don't know. No, so it can definitely go wrong in some way that I cannot predict. So, yeah, it's unpleasant.
Alright, so Byer, this looks like a play for GT. No, yeah, because it's or it could be Pyramid Fairy. Mirror suggests Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah. I wasn't sure since he went over toward the right side, but yeah, this is the offset mirror portal.
He could go back into Agate Tower for that second item. He will do the moat clip, so he will be in Agate Tower for at least a minute here.
Oh, you get the 10 arrows from the second chest. No. MrByer will start with Hyrule Castle.
This is just a play for Dark Cross.
Alright, Moth fight for krelbel with gold sword. Should be the same as tempered in Rando. Oh, the fire rod shots were well placed with the magic he had remaining. So, fast fight.
Yeah, so I think we've seen Dark Cross from krelbel and it's nothing.
I wonder what krelbel is thinking about for Eastern. Probably looking for more items, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Byer opened the Dark Cross door there.
Oh, I missed that part.
That would be for duping a crystal, but I don't know what would he want to dupe, right?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Typically that would be for the pod route, and I mean that's just to get medallionless Meyer, but Byer has every medallion.
So krelbel's stocking up on potions for whatever is next. One of each.
It is possible that it makes the flipperless swamp easier for MrByer. That might be a thing.
Except that okay, he has not talked. So this is why he has not talked to the bomb shop. He doesn't know between ice and swamp his last crystal.
Yeah.
So that's why he was opening the door. Alright, now I would have thought... So I think we're just going to do some overworld stuff and eventually end in Hype Cave. I think that's what MrByer's doing. So krelbel going to Isis is pretty natural here. You have hammer and gloves. You don't need to do anything inside of ice. You just need to get the YBA to get there. And he has Samaria, so he can icebreaker, making the dungeon faster. So he is still looking for a way. Krelbel, who is not happy with his YBAs, is unlikely to be thinking about the triple YBA to bypass Bow in Eastern. Yeah, so this is what Byer is doing. Gonna get some overworld stuff and end in Hype Cave. We'll talk to the bomb shop and get his information about his last crystal.
Incredible. Reloads Ice Palace. Nice bomb clip to start.
So this is a pretty close race.
Yeah, it is so far.
Krelbel has a Meyer crystal that Byer does not. Byer has a Landmo kill and desert crystal that Krelbel does not. Otherwise, we're even. Krelbel is here in ice before Byer with Samaria. So maybe
MrByer.
Krelbel might be a little bit ahead on the required path. Byer might be about to do the Meyer crystal dupe that Krelbel did, but no.
Walking away. Okay.
Yeah, so Byer seems likely to do the boss and crystal on the same trip with a either double YBA or that Meyer big key that Krelbel just got in the U room in ice.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
Well, he
that's
just got
nice.
it.
Oh, MrByer's mirror shield now.
So Byer gonna get his care package out of Hype Cave. This will be a definitive go mode for him. He may still want items to make things faster, but there's no question he can complete the seed with that Samaria there.
Definitely. Yeah, I think Byer has an advantage now. But I don't know. Krelbel could surprise us.
Well, if Krelbel finds a quick bow,
yeah,
that bow will be fast. I mean, the trick Byer is going to do will be cool, but just getting a bow will be faster. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, not to mention there's a chance Krelbel could find a hook shot and have hook pushing to make Eastern even faster.
Alright, so MrByer is going to join Krelbel in Ice Palace here. He's going to do some clipping to get there.
Okay. And Cold Seer goes down fast with Gold Sword. Now MrByer is doing a mirror wrap to ice, and this is pretty dangerous because it involves walking against very close to a broken transition. It just takes special care, especially when a bunny. Yeah, Byer's tapping to be safe. Very well done. Yeah, MrByer death warping.
Alright, so Krelbel has Eastern, Meyer, and Desert left. He's mostly been hitting his YBAs. I think this seems like the time for a GT play, but maybe not. Maybe we're fake fluting somewhere. Yep, more fake fluting.
He's got the blue potion out.
So I wonder if that Meyer big key, he's just going to walk to Vitreous with this. He's thinking.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't know what other option krelbel will go for at this point.
Let's see. I don't think we skipped any other items in Meyer. Yeah, so he's just going to walk to Vitreous. No shenanigans.
Right.
He already has a Meyer crystal, so he just needs to beat Vitreous. Okay, so Meyer gets the same big key, likely to... Well, he may do some YBAs instead to get to Vitreous faster. But it will save him the trip of duping the crystal that... Okay, so Byer just skipping chests now. Not doing
Yes, although does he have the magic?
Yeah, it might have been about magic, although he can get refills and deal with that.
So it's just not worth it.
So he doesn't... Yeah, so he has a Bombo, so...
Oh, yeah.
So that shouldn't have been an issue. So this is just about wanting to go fast, being in go mode.
Yes.
So we can get this compass chest in Meyer on the way. Now that we have fire. Wow, so we're getting the big key chest too. This seems expensive to get compared to just going to like GT after you run out of things to do.
Yeah, I would agree with that. krelbel going for a lower percent chance of progression here. Powder is nice, but probably won't have an effect. We'll see.
Well, if krelbel somehow manages to dig up the hook shot, I don't know how much he knows of hook pushing. I know he's been annoyed that he has not had a single hook push seed in the tournament.
I think this is the race. The only problem is been over an hour and 18 minutes and still no hook shot.
So where could Byer be going?
So maybe just MrByer.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna walk. Got it. Just gonna walk it to Vitreous here.
Yeah, this is why our runners like to open up Meyer, just in case they return as a bunny. And I really haven't seen that much of this kind of play before, so it's kind of interesting to see.
And so we'll have to see if Byer does any YBAs to get to Vitreous a little faster than what krelbel's doing, just the full walk to Vitreous. That could gain him some time, but...
I find it unlikely because it's kind of risky, but we'll see.
So we
like
could
if we go ahead.
Okay, so so we could easily super bunny to get Meyer shed, but Byer does not do that. We'll see what krelbel does after Vitreous here. So krelbel does have something. Oh, he can't do that because he already has a Meyer crystal. No warp to the front.
Right.
So, Krelbel has something of a lead, but he is not in go mode. He's gonna need to find a bow on his path. Alright, so he's getting more potions, so probably gonna clean up desert and get nothing. Well, we actually have no idea what was on Landmo. It wasn't the Moon Pearl.
Right.
It wasn't a bow.
Correct. Yeah, Buyer will be walking after all. I was gonna say the double YBA introduces the potential of getting trapped in Aga Tower if it goes wrong.
Alright, so Buyer not going to gain time on the mire completion. I also have a question of what is their path to Aga 2? I guess we have the... Yeah, not an issue really. We have the mirror, we have the Turtle Rock Big Key. Not an issue.
Yeah, and even without the TR Big Key, the cane makes it easy from the upside down D room to get that wrong warp with the cane.
So we're going to be down to Eastern Palace for both of them in a second here, plus Hera on Buyer's side. However, Buyer has a way past the bow in Eastern that Krelbel does not. So I think we're going to see GT from Krelbel. So it's going to be a question of how early is a bow there, and do we maybe get the Pearl or something else? I think Pearl's the only thing that would make things faster here for Krelbel.
Right, so green spin YBA time for Krelbel. He misses it. I wonder if he has any other potions.
He does have no resets.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he might have had a red. I'm not sure though. All right, Buyer's gonna show us his new tech that he invented to bypass the bow here in Eastern.
Yes. So what MrByer is going to do is a quadrant glitch on the green Igor in the Gifted with Greenies room. He'll then be doing a West Samaria, and it'll be followed up by one more greeny quadrant glitch. Then the transitions will be set up for him to unlock the camera and get past the red Igors. My question... Okay, no, I don't have a question. Never mind. Okay, meanwhile, Krelbel attempts Desert again. Again, playing it safe by reloading this room. That maintains the graphics. All right, MrByer going for the quadrant glitch now. He's going to go for a clink. The Igor will not be active yet, so despite having gold sword, he gets a clink.
Yeah, very convenient. That particular Igor has a small key. Otherwise, you'd kill it and not be able to do the second quadrant glitch.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
So there we go. There's the West Samaria after the quadrant glitch. So now we need to do another quadrant glitch to fix the first one. I think that's what's happening here.
Yeah.
That was too late, I think.
I thought it was good, but...
Well, Byer thinks it's good because he's grabbing the key and...
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, his camera's broken. This looks right to me.
Yeah, he's good. So now the fun part. Baiting the red Igor.
So this is how we skip the bow. Oh, we don't do it like... Oh, yeah, we got it.
Yeah. That was good timing.
All right, krelbel is going to her basement. I'm not sure... Well, this better be a bow.
Oh, Byer has the blue cane.
Yeah, so you want to let you want to let the almost start moving before you bust out that blue cane here.
They didn't have a chance to gather. But the gold sword is very powerful.
Yeah, we can also... he didn't do it this time, but technically you can get 2 of the Armos item by having one of them die early off screen.
Right.
So if this is not a bow, I think we're going to switch to MrByer's audio because he'd be in the lead.
I also don't know if it's allowed.
Yep. So there we go. MrByer has 6 crystals. Somehow we're getting the hair crystal last.
Oh yeah, that's so unusual. But pretty convenient since Hera's on the way to Aga 2. Typically. And in this case.
Oh, you're asking about whether the duping the Armos item is legal. I would have to think so in no logic. It is definitely banned in... So there's a way you could do the same thing with Cold Stare in the Moldworm Arena in a regular old seed.
Huh.
And that is banned in regular randomizer. But I would have to think it's legal in no logic. Although... All right, so now krelbel headed to GT. Yeah. But this is going to be...
Yeah, I also don't know if there's a good reason to disallow it. I am just thinking of vanilla rules, which might disallow it. I seem to remember some discussion about this.
Yeah, because it was found in Randomizer, in regular randomizer, you could dupe the item with Cold Stare at Moldworm, and that was deemed illegal.
Oh, interesting. So I wasn't sure how Byer would get to Turtle Rock, but with Hammer, it's easy. You'll get there as a bunny, and then be able to mirror clip.
Yeah, we could have used the mirror to do the Turtle Rock climb as well, if he didn't have the hammer. All right, so Byer just go... Wow.
Aha.
So that is a way to Armos if krelbel knows the things.
Yeah.
But he's continuing, so he's acting like He may not know the particular thing to Armos there at the beginning of Eastern. MrByer, with some effort, manages to death warp here. Now we're going to head to Agatu.
I wouldn't. Go ahead.
Nope, we're just headed to Agatu on Byer's side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this will be a wrong warp. Aghanim lives below the lava in Turtle Rock, apparently. Such a peppy musical accompaniment for the Agatu fight. A Rainbow Link fight. And Agatu is down for Byer. For that Turtle Rock entry, I would encourage MrByer to consider the Super Bunny into Turtle Rock, because then the Super Bunny can just bonk the railing, and we can get Link State from the pipes.
Oh, yeah.
We get lonked by the pipes.
And then once you're in Lonk, you just take damage and get Link State, I think.
Yeah, damage or medallion or hook shot.
Why those items? Tell me, Chex.
I don't know. Probably something to do with Link animations. All right, already in phase 3, Ganon.
Yeah, so some discussion about progressive bows. Progressive bows are much more interesting in no logic with our ability to dupe items.
That's true.
So I can't imagine we'd ever drop back to non-progressive bows in no logic, at least. Oh, vanilla red mail.
True.
And so krelbel setting an index here. This is like he's going to use his hook shot to get to Armos.
I think he forgot a step.
Yeah.
That's a step. When I was learning this, I forgot that a couple of times. He's got to shoot 2 arrows first to get
Except
the right
we don't
slot.
have the bow.
Oh. Okay, that's an issue. Anyway, Ganon goes down for MrByer.
All right. So Byer finishes with a time of 1:33:52. It has not, it has not immediately drawn a forfeit from krelbel, so we'll see what happens here. May not be watching the race room closely though.
So another potential option for setting index with powder is to place a Samaria block so that the top and bottom shots are blocked, and the left and right remain on screen. But I don't know if we've really seen that in this tournament. It's pretty rare.
All right, so krelbel reset there. So I'm guessing he knew he did something wrong?
Yeah, I didn't see what it was exactly, but
Yeah,
we know we won't see a miss slot because index is just not set high enough, or it's set on the wrong slot. I'm not sure how that works.
yeah, so I think krelbel, despite knowing that he has lost the race and I think is now eliminated from the tournament, he's dead set on doing his first hook push in the tournament. He was
Right.
complaining earlier he was frustrated that he had not yet gotten a seed that allowed him to hook push. So he's going to do it before he ends the tournament.
Yeah, so we may see a couple tries here.
I think what we're saying, though, is that this is not going to work.
It won't work because I just don't think in the powder sets the index at all at this point. So it's just continues to remain at 0. We are joined by MrByer. GG, congrats on the win.
Ah, GG's. My heart is beating so much right now.
Yeah, so you, let's see, I'm trying to back solve for why your heart might be beating. You left some items for much later than krelbel, the mirror and the goodies in Hype Cave in particular.
Yeah. Well, I really wanted to win the series, and as soon as I got that cane, I just went like full adrenaline mode.
Yeah.
Clearing everything at once. Because I knew a little bit beforehand that if I got cane, that would solve both Swamp and Eastern for me, which were the two things I was worried about. And then I got it. I was so happy.
Yeah, and you didn't have to do Swamp. You may have. Did you find that out from the bomb shop directly after?
I did.
Cave?
Yeah, that's right. You didn't know your last crystal at the time.
So when I was there, I was like, if it's ice, I'll go to ice. If it's swamp, I'll go to market. Thing. So that's what I was thinking.
So let's see. Oh, krelbel not yet forfeiting. Maybe looking up a guide to see why what he's doing isn't working.
Oh, is he trying to hook push to Eastern?
Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have a way. He's trying to set an index with powder, despite not having a bow.
Yeah. Where was the hook shot?
Hookshot was in Stolfo's room in GT.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. I think we're looking up a guide here. All right, so MrByer, you are, looks like, moving on in the tournament. Your next 2 opponents are set. If you were to get past your next one, you have Breadcoon coming up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that matchup.
I know you were saying earlier in the series you're much more comfortable with the sword. We got 3 of them pretty quickly there.
Yeah, that was really nice. How many quadrant glitches did I do this seed? Like,
Well,
5?
we were trying to figure out, yeah, at least 5, I think. I think it's a triple quadrant glitch that gets you the Ice Armos items. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, triple there, and then 2 of them in Eastern. And then you're forgetting the one that doesn't use a sword there in Desert.
Oh, yeah.
So, at least 6. And then I think Spin YBA's technically stack a quadrant glitch, so you did a 7th one to get the Landmo.
Yeah.
So we were talking about why the quadrant glitch makes the Samaya work. We're not sure. So this question is about your bow skip in Eastern. So we know we know with the quadrant glitch turns that door into a subtile door, I think.
Yeah.
We're
I don't
wondering-
quite understand it myself, but I think West's subtile scenarios send you like backwards, kind of, or something. Something like that.
Well, that's certainly what it looks like with the camera scrolling.
But since you have the quadrant glitch, you're on the same subtile. So I found out your sprites are all synced still. And the only but your camera's broken, which is what you want. And the only thing you need to do at that point is just turn off quadrant glitch, so you just do it again. And then I think West transitions still break, but there's no West transitions on the way to Armos. So, or not West transitions, East transitions.
Yeah, that sounds right. And the conveyors are a similar thing, right? Is that what you're turning on and off the bugged camera or the bugged quadrant?
I think in that case, I'm turning it on twice.
Oh.
So it's kind of funny because you would be able to only need to do it once, but the problem is if you leave the Armos room, the fairy, the grade fairy, talks to you immediately and then soft locks you or hard locks you, and it's really annoying. So you have to use the first one to despawn all the sprites.
I see.
Yeah, so nothing really eventful, I guess. Nothing really, just sort of that item hunt at the end, needing Samaria. So we were wondering whether you were thinking about the triple YBA to get past the bow in Eastern.
Oh, I don't think I know that one, honestly. So that's why I was really happy to find the cane.
And then, is it possible you acted like... So at some point, I don't remember what it was you did, but you were maybe acting like you forgot you had all the medallions to open Meyer, but I think that was us. I think that was me forgetting that you didn't know all the crystals. If it doesn't ring a bell, so be it. Krelbel dead set on hook pushing here, I think.
Is there any particular thing he's having trouble with?
He can't set an index.
Dude,
Well,
yeah.
he could. He could with the ledge dash, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of the tough part here.
Except no bow still, so I don't think he... Well, someone else is going to know better than me, but I'm not sure he can set an index at all.
I think I was testing this, and if you want to do it bow, I think the only way I found to do it was to do a blue boom plus a cane block. And then, yeah, ledge dash off.
Right, so technically possible, but it's not what he's doing. Oh, I wonder if he's going... I wonder if he's... I saw him buying some potions. Maybe we're going to try the triple YBA.
MrByer, did you have any strategy for leaving Moldorm till the end?
Well, my thought was, since I already cleared out the top bit, there was basically no reason for me to go there earlier. So I was like, if I get hook shot at some point, then I can just airpod up. Otherwise, I'll just climb.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So I just left it for last.
So I think that's what's happening. I think Krelbel's going to try the triple YBA here. So this is the door. Yes, we are. 1.
First.
So you need to back out here some amount, and the total you back out can't be too far. So I think that's a good back out there. I think he needs one more. Nope. All right, I wonder. All right, still resetting. Still gonna do this. So I think it's something like a total of 18 pixels that you can back out over the course of the 2 backouts that you need to do. All right, so, MrByer, anything else sort of stand out to you about the seed? Pretty straightforward in terms of the competition. You just sort of did things in a little different order.
Yeah, I kind of just felt like, oh, you got things to go to dungeons. Just do the dungeons. Yeah, just do the dungeons. And then I did a little extra overworld. Or did I? I don't know, but one thing I was a little confused about was I got the despawn bomb again in the desert after doing the quadrant glitch. Yep,
we do not know why that happens. We were talking about it.
Considering it happened to me last time, that might have something to do with doing the Thieves' Town YBA first.
Oh, interesting.
So it might be better to death warp out of there.
Oh, okay.
So you YBA'd and then you clipped back. I see. And nobody does that, I think. Well, very few people do that. So perhaps that's the problem.
I might test that later.
Yeah, definitely test that. Another thing you might want to learn is the right side clip to the big key chest of desert. Since you could potentially integrate that into your route.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking like you can't go from desert to Thieves' Town that way, but you could go backwards that way. Because there's a diagonal ledge there.
Yeah.
Well, if the floor patterns are anything like the cave patterns, I think I'll be okay.
The bomb clip I know is it begins by placing Link against the rail that divides the bomb floor from the rest of the room. In other words, you push Link up against it, and then push Link all the way to the right, and then buffer to the left 1 frame. Then you can place a bomb down, and that should be the bomb clip setup, I believe.
Oh, but I just thought if you do that, then you kind of get stuck there, unless you have the.
You do get stuck. That's true.
Which was kind of annoying both times. I did want to do the rest of desert. Maybe if you have the desert small, or do the outside area checks first, that could work.
So krelbel abandoning attempts to directly beat Eastern. We're going to head back to GT, probably to do the right side.
Yeah, Buyer, I thought your dungeons versus overworld was well balanced. In other words, you had the ability to do a lot of dungeons, but we wanted you to go to Hype Cave basically and get that cane, and you did. You still did overworld to do that, so that made sense.
Did krelbel get the cane before I did?
Yes, quite a while before.
Ooh.
So krelbel, if krelbel had not done Hera Basement and found a bow very quickly in GT, he might have had a lead. Because at the point where you were headed to Eastern, he was just ahead of you on getting his second to last crystal.
Yeah, there could have been a bow and ice palace, but it just didn't line up. Oh, there is a bow and east GT, right side GT.
So maybe if he had gone right side right away, still that would have been you were. I'm not sure you were far enough behind that would have mattered, but it would have been close if he had gone straight to that bow.
Don't really understand the red potion before the save and quit, but
I think that was, I don't need you, I'm dumping you out.
that's what I think too.
And so, MrByer, it's a little late. If you were to want to leave, you are welcome to. You are also welcome to stay if you want to talk to krelbel about the seed.
I think I can stick around. This looks like it'll be pretty quick.
So in the interview, we can talk about non-lamp index settings.
Non-lamp, non-bow.
Yes.
krelbel doesn't need the lamp, doesn't need the fire rod, doesn't need light to do this room.
Right.
Another, I think, spiteful potion drink there. It's a regular old Armos fight, except we got hit there to throw off the script, and we quick swap to mirror out.
Oops.
This gives him an opportunity to drink that last potion. He took a half-hearted damage. Will he do it?
Hope so. Did we see a mushroom turn in from either runner?
I don't think so. Mushroom was in ice, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh, I
right.
do have it. Oh, I thought it didn't.
See, do you have
There's
it?
the
Kind
potion.
of forgot about it.
Yeah, that was in maybe the big key chest in ice. Alright, round 2.
We won't be needing those.
So krelbel, let's see, maybe clipping to the potion shop, maybe getting a blue to head to Turtle Rock. It just needs to be careful not to touch that broken side of the screen there. We'll lock the camera head back.
It's impossible to touch it. Actually, the wall is
Oh,
in the
it's
way.
solid? Okay.
Yeah. The thing to be careful of is going to the right, because you'll jump into a place you can't recover from.
Right. Plenty of potions for an attempt at this fake flute and Ganon fight. This is going to be a bit of a long walk to get to Turtle Rock. There are a couple of different things we could do. MrByer just walked there to the Turtle Rock portal and used hammer. And then used mirror to get into Turtle Rock. We could also use the mirror to do the Turtle Rock climb. But krelbel is just going to get Link State in the Dark World and do everything as Link.
Do we know where krelbel's sprite comes from? Especially the bunny?
I'm afraid I mean, one would think he's going with a full tunic theme. That looks like a fox-ish kind of sprite.
Yeah.
And then what was... So his sprite is kind of ghost-like. The ghosts... There are a lot of ghost foxes in Tunic. So I think that's the idea here.
There might be a relationship, but the bunny icon is one that krelbel has used in the past as an avatar. So I just wonder if it could be his own creation.
Oh yeah, krelbel has done sprite work. Yeah, so someone is saying... Well, people are saying what it is, and I don't... It's old PFP. I don't know what PFP is.
Yeah, avatar profile pic.
Oh, right. Still doesn't answer where that comes from. But it is likely his own creation. Because krelbel has done sprite work, as I recall.
Yeah, he's in the credits. We get to... There we go.
This is an odd Tunic song for a boss fight. It's not my memory of what the boss fight music was.
Well, it should be the Turtle Rock dungeon music because we don't
Oh,
get
right.
boss music in that wrong warp.
And that music actually makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right, here we go. Ganon fight. Alright, Krelbel taking out his frustrations on Ganon has plenty of hearts to do so. Just gonna slam Ganon with the gold sword over and over. Silver's in Swamp? No, Dark World. Gotta be Catfish, right?
Interesting. I don't know exactly. If it says if it's in Spike Cave, what would that show as?
I think that would be Death Mountain.
Uh-huh. And then we have Purple Chest and Hammerpeg's Cave, maybe?
Oh, actually, yeah, those are good points. Some people would be happy if Blockbuster were the answer.
Yeah. Again, is down for Krelbel.
So I'll go ahead and spoil the fact that Krelbel successfully walks across this bridge. He finishes with a time of 2:02:53. And we will see about getting him in here for an interview.
Yeah, good games to Krelbel. Good to see him. Hey, GG, good game, Krelbel. Good to see you finish out the seed.
Hello, GG. Thank you.
So, tragic end there. You spent the entire tournament without hook pushing, and you wanted it. You got some of the items, but didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm terrible at hook pushing anyway, so I forgot for far too long that the method that I was trying to use to set my index requires the bow. So once I realized that, then I tried the triple. Well, I looked up the BK mode guide, and all of the options on that guide are terrible things that I've never done before. And
You didn't want to do the quadruple Samaria in pod?
Two problems with that. One, I've never done it before, and we would have been here for even longer, waiting for me to learn it. And two, that's not in the BK mode guide, which is rather outdated at this point. And out of all the options there, the South Triple YBA seemed the least awful, so I gave that a couple tries, and the predicted result happened. I'm not consistent at single frame inputs, so kept looking, found the bow. That was that.
Yeah, so it was an interesting race. You got some items before MrByer, the mirror for a while, and then those items out of Hype Cave.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I had a feeling that I was early to some of that. The race was going pretty well up until I had an answer for everything except for Eastern, and then got desperate and more desperate and more desperate, hoping for an answer to Eastern to show up for the last hour and 15 minutes.
So It was pretty close at the time you decided to do Hera Basement. If you had instead gone, if you had gone straight to GT and then straight to the Bowen GT,
Yep.
it was probably going to be close. Although I think MrByer was still a bit ahead there.
Yep. Yeah, it's always a sign of desperation when Hera Basement starts happening. Yep. But that's it. I'm free. Free from no more failed YBAs, no more failed hook pushes, more failed Samaria transition corruptions. And yeah, definitely GG again. Sorry for keeping everyone waiting. I wanted to finish my last no logic race in this tournament, at least. I wanted to finish it out. So thanks everyone. GG again for MrByer. Good luck in the bracket going forward.
GG's to you too.
Yep, so good game to both players. On that note, by krelbel, we are being asked by SpeedGaming to wrap it up here because we have a match waiting. So I think we will do that. Good game again to both players. Thank you for watching. Thanks to our tracker, Other Tom. Thanks to Chex Human for co-coms. And that will be it for me.
Fun as always. See you all next time.
Yep, good night.